with 1. Okay, so we're looking at number 9. Here we go.
Yeah, so it was, first I just wrote it in a different way. So I did y plus 3, and then under that y plus 2, so that they were kind of stacked on top of each other. So then I knew I had to multiply them. Oh wait, I just realized I didn't do this right. But so then once you've written it like that, then you gotta multiply each thing in the first parentheses by each thing in the second.
Okay.
So it was y squared.
So hold on, I agree there is a y squared. How'd you get y squared?
So first you multiply the y times the other y, which is y squared.
Okay. So that's the same thing right there. Okay.
Yeah, and then it would be 2y, so plus 2y.
And how'd you get
y by the 2? And then, and then that would be it, right?
Well, don't forget, we still have to multiply. We still have to multiply this y here by 3.
Oh yeah.
And we have to multiply the 2 to the 3 as well. So if we're looking at it horizontally, we still have to do 3 times y and 3 times 2.
Yeah, so it'd be 3 and then plus 3y and plus 6.
So 3 times y is 3y, okay. 3 times 2 is 6.
And then you can simplify that. So it'd be y squared plus 5y plus 6.
Perfect. So we can either multiply it vertically, as you did right here, or we could do it horizontally with the rainbows and smiley faces. All right, thank you. Could you please pick a female volunteer for 13? They don't.
How about Macy?
How about Macy?
Okay, so 13 was 2x. I'm sorry, I have the hiccups.
It's okay.
A y times y would be y squared, and then.
Hold on, that's number 9 there, Macy. We already did number 9. We're looking at number 13.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
So we have 2x times x would be 2x squared.
Perfect.
And then -1 times -5 would be +5. And then -1 times x would be -1x. Or -x.
Yeah, either one's fine. And we still need to multiply the 2x times the -5.
Oh, that would be -10x.
All right, so let's combine the similar figures, or similar terms.
It would be -11x.
Okay.
And there's no other similar terms.
Okay, so then we are going to have to drop down these other two terms. So we have 2x squared minus 11x plus 5. All right, that's perfect. You did a great job. All right, finally, let's talk quickly about 7. Now, our first gentleman multiplied these two binomials vertically. And it's the same basic idea when you have a trinomial and a binomial. And what's happening here is it's the exact same thing as normal multiplication that you've done for years. So let's say we have 345, and let's say we're going to multiply it by 12. And so we're going to do both of these problems at the same time, and just to show you that these two problems are identical. All right, so could I have a volunteer help me? What is the first thing I need to do for the traditional multiplication problem? Macy, could you please pick a boy with their hand up?
Yeah, I'm looking. Sorry, my brother's shooting Nerf bullets at me.
Evan!
It's Isaac.
Isaac!
I can't see anyone with their hands up.
Then just pick a boy.
Uh, Cole.
Cole, let's go. So what do we do first in our traditional multiplication?
Multiply 2 by the first round numbers, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so 2 times 5 is?
10.
Then what?
And then you would carry the 1 up over the 4, and then 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9.
Okay.
And then you do 2 times 3, which is 6.
All right. Now, that's the exact same thing we're going to do with number 7. We're going to take that first term and we're going to multiply it to each of the 3 terms above. So what is negative 2d times negative 3d squared?
6d squared.
6. Definitely, because negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. D to the first times d to the second is d to the
Third.
There you go. All right, what is negative 2d times positive 2cd? Well, what is negative 2 times 2?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. All right, so we have a c times no other c's, so c times 1 is just
C to the first.
c to the first. D to the first times d to the first is d to the second. All right, negative 2d times c squared. Well, what's negative 2 times 1?
Negative
Negative 2. I don't have any other c's, so c squared times 1 is just c squared. D times no other d's is just d. All right, so going back to the traditional math problem of multiplication, what is my next step? Cole, you seem to be the master of multiplication, so what would I do next?
You would add a 0 on the second row.
And I will do exactly the same thing in this problem. The steps are identical. All right, so then, Cole, what would I do next?
Then you would do the same thing you do 1 times 5, and then 1 times 4, and then 1 times 2.
And I would get 5, 4, 3. Okay, so we'll do the same thing with this c. So we're going to multiply this c to everything up here. So c times negative 3d squared is? I can wait you guys out. Just,
negative 3cd squared.
there you go. Negative 3cd squared. All right, negative, what is c times positive 2cd? And just shout this one out, it's okay. We can wait.
2c squared d.
Okay, great. What about c times c squared?
C to the third.
C to the third. All right. Cole, what would I do next right here?
You would add them.
I would add them. So, can you add them for me?
Add the equation. Which equation?
So remember, you're the traditional multiplication master.
So the 2 zeros is 2 0, 9 plus 5 is 14. You carry the 1 over the 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. So plus 1 would be 11. You carry the 1, or 1 plus 3 is 4.
Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing over here. 6d to the third plus 0 is
16 to the third.
what is negative 4cd squared minus 3cd squared?
Negative 1.
Not negative 1. So we have
Negative 7 CD squared.
negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. Because we're at negative 4 and we're going 3 more in the negative on the number line.
I thought it was negative 3 too.
It is negative 3. So we have negative 4 minus 3. So here, I'll explain this a little bit further. So we have our number line. Here's negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 3, negative 7. So if we're at 4 on the number line, then we have to move 3 in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3. So that gets us to negative 7. So we are at negative 7 C. Oops. Really wanted that to be a D. Okay. What is negative 2c squared d plus 2c squared d?
0.
0, okay. And then we have no other c to the thirds. And so there we have it. All right. Do you guys have any questions that you'd like to ask?